Investigation as well as technical resources. We were assisted by the Capital Region Crime Analysis Center for their investigative capabilities. And we're appreciative of everyone who contributed so far to this case. The investigation remains ongoing. At this time, I'll turn it over to our District Attorney, D.A. Donnelly.
Good afternoon. I'm essentially going to give you the same information that you got from Chief Owens. This is an ongoing investigation. Jahquay Brown, a 20-year-old male, was just arraigned in Troy City Court by Judge Meyer. He's currently represented by the public defender. He's been remanded to the custody of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, and the case will be heard for preliminary hearing on Tuesday, the 29th. I want to thank Chief Assistant District Attorney Matt Hoff. He has been working hand in hand with the Troy Police day and night for the last 11 days to bring this matter to justice. This is not the end of our investigation, but we feel that this arrest has hopefully brought some closure to the family and will hopefully be the first step towards justice for Ayshawn. We want to thank the New York State Police, SIU, and Troop G for all of their assistance, and as well as the Crime Analysis Center, as mentioned by Chief Owens. The technological support that they provide is without measure. The coordinated efforts of all of these agencies is really the reason that we can bring this arrest to closure today, and I am grateful for everyone's hard work. This has been a day and night effort for everyone. We're all affected by the violence here in Troy, but Ayshawn really brought it home for a lot of us. So my thoughts are with his family today and Troy PD, and we're ready to move forward and bring this matter to trial eventually. So thank you.
Can we talk about Jahquay's history? Was there any history there? We were hearing something about he might have been out on bail.
He is familiar to Albany law enforcement, but I can't comment specifically on anything at this point.
Do you intend to present this matter to a grand jury, or proceed?
We did present notice to Mr. Brown directly, as well as to the Public Defender's Office of a potential grand jury hearing.
Can you say where he was picked up and how have you sense of how that all went down?
It was a culmination of the investigation. He was picked up earlier today.
Is there a location?
No.
Are there potentially more suspects that you're looking into?
It's an ongoing investigation.
Chief, you described this as old-fashioned police work. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. It's just putting in the intensive hours and having the connections with the community. So it was not only members of the Troy Police Department, but other local police departments, again, our state and federal partners, who have connections within the communities, who have that respect, who have that trust. So information came to them from people that were familiar to them and trusted them. And so those are relationships developed over time, and that paid off to get us to where we were today.
So you got information from the community. Does that mean anyone has been able to claim now the large amount of reward money that has been put forward?
I would refer that to the FBI to see how the reward actually is paid out or how that process works. But I could follow up on that for you as well.
Criminal complaint.
Sorry.
Criminal complaint. There was mention that there was somebody else involved. Just looking for one other person that you designated as current offender, the shooter, the driver.
As we said, the investigation is ongoing. We're going to look to see whoever additional, if anyone, is responsible for this crime.
Was there a weapon recovered?
Sorry.
Were you able to recover the weapon involved in this homicide?
We did recover a weapon from the search warrant. It will take additional forensic testing to determine if that was involved in this crime. Is that the same question?
Yeah. You mentioned the technical support of the state police was crucial here. Can you elaborate a bit on what kind of resources they brought to bear?
I don't want to get too much into details or methods, but just certainly technical information that could be relevant. So obviously everything in this day and age has electronic connections for most things. So that was one of the main reasons they could provide technical support to us.
Have you been able to speak to the family yet? Either of you?
I personally have not spoken to the family. I know members of our department have met with the family today. We conveyed our messages of support. I know the mayor has as well, and I'll let the district attorney answer it as well.
Sure. I was able to visit the family last week and to let them know that we were hard at work. They were very thankful to the Troy Police, and very cooperative.
But as far as today's developments, you haven't spoken to them directly about that yet?
We made sure that our office reached out, and representatives from Troy PD did as well, so that they wouldn't hear about this on the news. We wanted to keep them informed.
What was the break in the case that led you to Mr.
I don't know if there's a particular break in the case. It was just that ongoing work that finally developed into a lead, and it's just that tireless work of running down leads that just take time to investigate. So I really don't have one particular break to offer.
Hit the car. Well, the car they were driving in. Have you recovered that vehicle?
We have recovered a vehicle, and we have conducted a search warrant on the vehicle.
Anyone else in that car with him that evening?
That's part of the investigation. We're trying to determine that.
He has the car. They're doing forensics. They are.
We have custody of the vehicle.
A call was made for businesses in the area to, if they had surveillance footage from around that general area, give it to you all. Did you all get surveillance footage, and if so, how helpful was that?
We've received a lot of tips, information to include video. Any information or video, if it's particular to that, is useful. Even if it doesn't necessarily show something at the time, it might be useful for the investigation to rule things out. Again, it's an ongoing investigation, so if anyone has additional information or has anything they want to share with us in terms of video or anything that they have in their possession they want to share, we absolutely would welcome that.
During the courtroom proceedings, the defendant was in fear for his life, saying he might X or something in the jail, and he's looking for extra protection. Will you be giving that, or put him into solitary, or adult protection?
That's going to be a question for the Sheriff's Department to handle. I know that Judge Meyer did reference it, and we'll note it on the commitment order.
Chief Mary Beth, we had talked about tips we've gotten a lot. How vital were they in this investigation?
Any tip is important. Some may be more relevant than others to the investigation, but as I said, even if it's a tip that doesn't lead to any further development, it just helps us to rule things out. So again, the community was great in sharing information that they had. We welcome them to continue sharing information. Again, it's an ongoing investigation, so anything that anybody can think of, even if it's something that doesn't seem connected at the time, please share that with us.
Are you getting more information from this? I know one of the complaints from departments across the region is that they don't hear cases like this, any case. Did you think because of Ayshawn's age and all that maybe this struck a chord and you might have heard more?
I do think in general sometimes there's not a lot of cooperation or information sharing. Some people may be reluctant to do so. They may be fearful. We certainly understand that. I do think in this case, Ayshawn being 11 years old, I think that was a relevant factor in people being more free to share information.
He was known in the community. His family was known in the community. And I know his family was very forthcoming at the onset that they wanted the community to help. So it seemed to work out.
That'll be part of the ongoing investigation to determine what activity that suspect the defendant may have been up to.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.